if he had met with another doctor of maybe, or an, minister of science, whatever you would call that, that he says, when they're dead, we can dissect them. We can find out these things. We can know the answers. That would be interesting, at least.
Or if you make them creepier, you go, I want one alive for vivisection and one dead for dissection.
So we can't talk about future minutes, but those are part of my notes for future minutes.
Okay.
But at the same time, in related to the rest of the movie, there isn't a level to which Hasline doesn't care about discovery. He has this
He's just
idea,
trying to end something
he
instead
has
of
the
find
idea
out
of
about
some
it.
type of ultimate doom and does not care about discovery relates to what these apes' knowledge have or
then perhaps that
talk.
conversation I was pining for is someone saying, when they're dead, can I have their bodies to dissect? I don't care what you do as long as they're dead. If you could do that. That's an interesting idea, because as Sean said that, I thought, it correlates to what they were almost prosecuting the apes for before, that you did this to humans. Well, now somebody wanted to do it to them. It at least draws that parallel to where this condition of taking someone and exploring for your benefit, that's still in the script. I think it would at least been interesting.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, you do, Richard. You do.
And
I was trying to. I want to fight on Minute of the Apes. Yeah, okay, that's it.
I'm sorry,
Richard's not a fighter.
I'm a lover.
So then we get to Zira and Cornelius seeing the guards talking about there's a shipment coming in and all this kind of stuff, and I'll go check it out. And I know it was in the previous minute, but Zira just needs to drop that bag and fucking run instead of carrying around her little carpet bag with her while she's trying to escape.
It's got her unmentionables. She's not going to leave those behind.
She is pregnant. That may have her, whatever.
So Hasline and Dixon leave the room, and for the listening audience, this is when we get another kind of cut to the exterior of Camp 11 to reestablish the gates of Camp 11. We're now 42 seconds into this. Here's the Camp 11. And then we get Zira and Cornelius walking from behind the facility, walking to a guard gate. And again, they're playing that kooky music that changes the tone of this a little bit more. It's less serious. And I don't know if it's meant to be comedic or not, but it's not, it doesn't hit me as kooky.
It hits me as espionage sounding thriller stuff from that era.
Yes, but it doesn't lend to the dire straits that they're in.
Yeah,
there's no tension in the music.
I think that if were this film made today, that that would be much more of a da-dum, da-dum, that kind of stuff going along with low end strings. But I think again, you've got Jerry Goldsmith, who we praised across the board for the first film. He's back for this one, and he's at least trying to give them something. It doesn't bother me quite as much, but it does, as I sit here and think back on it and I try to recreate it in my head, it does have a little bit of 70s porn sound to it. You can almost hear the
I mean, I needed something with a little more tension.
Yeah.
Not a little more drama. It was kind of a moment. So they come across the parking lot. We then see their two heads pop up in the window as we pan by
very
a guard.
Comically, almost.
Comically. Yeah. It's a guard station, and there's a guard outside of it, and we see him standing there. They come from behind the guard station. Their heads pop in the window. Mm-hmm. The phone rings. He goes into the guard station. So there's a moment where they have to duck down where you're afraid they're going to get caught.
Right.
He then picks up the phone, and I forgot what he says. Hello, Charlie, or Gate 4. Yeah. He says Gate 4. And then another man walks in from the front door, and we're now getting, it's kind of an odd shot.
Very odd.
They switched it.
They did. We went to Cornelia and Xeris' point of view from the other side of the window to see the guards inside and out.
Which technically you can do so long as you don't come around to the opposite side and shoot those in. It's just a kind of a jarring situation. And you're right. To me, the music more than it doesn't affect the tone as much as the way this is staged. And this gets into what happens tomorrow, where there are things where the scene doesn't entirely make sense of how the characters within the scene understand the information they need to emerge from that scene. And it begins here, where there are things that I want to introduce that, because when we get to tomorrow, there are going to be moments where, like, okay, it began there where this stuff was happening. it's weird. And this is the first time that I'm going to point at our director and say, you kind of botched that one, brother.
Let's talk about it tomorrow.
All right. Sean, have you got anything
That's
else?
it for me.
Okay, so with Monday, we're going to do my new tradition, which is, I started this last week.
New, it's not a tradition.
It's inaugural.
I started it
inaugural.
Hang on. I started
Annual.
I started it last week, therefore it is a tradition if I've reiterated the second time.
Okay, what's the tradition?
The tradition is at the end of the episodes now I actually have scripted things I want to do.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
So, if you like us, go out there to your favorite podcasting app. Please rate us, review us. It helps the algorithms that sort of feed into the internet gods and let them know how people can find us. It helps us out. And I offered it last week. If you will go do that, and look, we would appreciate a nice review. If you really want to be the counterculture kind of person and you want to give us a 1 and say they suck and here's the screen grab of it, send it to us and I'll probably have fun with that too. But the offer I made last week is if you will go to your favorite app, if you've done it before, whatever it may be, take a screen grab, shoot it to us. We will read it live on the air. We will make you an honorary member for that very moment of the MotA family. But we really would appreciate you guys helping us out so that other people can find us. That's minute 66 in the books. For Richard and Sean, I'm Todd. Everyone have a great day.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.